What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again. As you can see, my ZT addiction has already grown. This is another 2016 model. Super excited to show you guys. Even more excited to put this thing in my pocket and start carrying it around. So I'm going to give you a quick unboxing, just like on the ZT-0220 I did. Show off the box here. Proudly overbuilt in the USA. Man, I love that slogan. A real beast. Now what model is this? This is the 0456, designed by Dmitry Sienkiewicz. Or maybe that's Sienkiewicz. Either way, guys, I have one other knife designed by this maker. It's the Kershaw Nura 3.5. And it looks really similar to a lot of other things he's done in the past for Kershaw and ZT. You got your normal paperwork here. Comes in your nice bubble wrap. Where that Kershaw Nura 3.5 is very slender, sleek, and slim knife. And as you can see, this is kind of a stark contrast from that. So I was a little bit unsure of it, and then I kind of saw how absolutely gorgeous this knife was. You guys know I'm, drawn to those futuristic designs. Saw the blade steel, the fit and finish is just immaculate, and I had to get one. So I'll show you guys the flipping action real quick on this one. Absolutely perfect, just like that ZT-0220, which I carried today, and I absolutely loved it. So this knife shares some characteristics with that ZT as well, where you have a full titanium handle, frame lock here, and it's also riding on those KVT ball bearings, so it's just incredibly smooth. Now guys, I'll give you guys the specs on this, tell you my initial impressions here, where you have a 3¼ inch blade, 4.5 inch handle, and then a overall length of 7¾ inches. And that's kind of a perfect size for me. If I had to describe to a knife maker my favorite dimensions of a knife for him to build me personally, that would probably be it. Now the weight on this thing is 6.56 ounces. And as you can see, this is a thick, fairly chunky knife. And guys, this thing is so damn cool. It could weigh 11 ounces and I would still carry this because I'm very proud to own this knife. And it is one of the coolest, if not the coolest design I've seen in a knife in a long time. So guys, you do have this kind of modified sheep's foot blade, really cool swedge taken out, nice angular design. It's a two-tone where you do have satin grinds and then a stonewash flat ZT on that side. And then you have Sienkiewicz design, USA of course. Everything from ZT is going to be all American made. And then look at that steel, CTS 204P. Now guys, this is the best steel that I've ever had in my hand. And yes, I've made trips down to Blade HQ where I've held some pretty high-end knives like Sebenzas, and that Chris Reeve Sebenza was rocking S35 VN steel, which is an amazing steel, but not on par with this one. This thing is going to have such great edge retention, corrosion resistance, wear resistance, everything you want in an EDC knife steel. And a fun fact for you, I was kind of digging around on Blade HQ, and this is the cheapest knife at the moment that comes with CTS 204P steel. Now, if that's not a testament to the quality, the premium quality of this knife, I don't know what is. So guys, I'm really excited to use this blade shape. Got a nice hollow grind, going to be just an absolutely efficient slicer. And I think that's kind of the perfect shape for EDC. It might not look as cool as some recurves or Tontos or something, but this thing is built for duty, and it's got a lot of elegance in it. So what really drew me to this knife was the handle. Now this shares some characteristics with that 0220, as I said, with its kind of bright color, titanium frame lock, but look at this thing. I'll give you guys some close-ups here. Look how the handle is radiused, where you have all these different steps as you go around the knife. I'll try to get the light to hit that there, where you're hitting that first one, the second one, and it's the whole thing's just nice and rounded. You do have some chamfered edges here, so this thing is an absolute breeze to hold. It feels like it was meant for your hand. And when you look at this handle design, it just looks kind of chunky. It looks like it has some hot spots, and it definitely doesn't. I was really surprised with that and really happy with that. I mean, look at the millwork in there. You got all these vertical lines. The titanium is just gorgeous. Got your frame lock here, hardened steel lock bar insert there. Lockup's hitting nice and early. Your blade centering is just perfect. And then what really drew me to the knife was all the anodization all over the hardware, where you have this great pivot, you know, really oversized, really milled out. And then obviously that's a kind of a blue color. And then your inside of each of these cutouts is going to be this bright purple. And in the right light, guys, right there, you see that orange? So, I mean, this thing is so space age and futuristic. It draws me in. I love these futuristic designs with these angular lines going through it, and everything fits so well with this knife. And then you got these just great coloration in this pivot. And then you have your nice bright blue backspacer. I think this is aluminum to match that pivot. And then your clip is also that same blue, ZT written on that. Another thing about that backspacer, see how it's floating outside of the handle a little bit? And it's got all sorts of ribbing on the back. And guys, I love aluminum in knives, and I love titanium in knives. So both the ZT-0220 and this 0456 combine so many things that I love. One thing that I'm a little unsure on is this clip here. This is kind of it's not a Hinderer design clip, but it looks similar, where you're going to be writing a little bit higher out of the pocket. I obviously love that blue color, but I don't know how I feel about that. One thing that might save that clip for me is that I am extremely proud to own this knife, and I want people to know I'm carrying it. So maybe that bright blue clip and this knife sticking out isn't the worst thing in the world. You do have a large lanyard hole here. So guys, fit and finish, just perfect. Action on it, you can either do the light switch or the push button. This one's definitely meant to be a push button. You got some jimping here to press down on. So guys, I have some ZT titanium brothers here, and they share some characteristics in their futuristic designs, if I can get that word out. But they're meant for some different things, I think, and they're very capable blades. And I'm so excited to use that 204P steel. You know, I can't even explain. So this is kind of different from what I usually look for in a knife, and it genuinely surprised me, where this is going to be one of my favorite knives, no doubt. So guys, thanks for tuning in to my little unboxing here. I will have a review coming up on this knife shortly. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and just thanks for watching.